Hey friends, Coach Lily here. Today we are going to be doing a lower body glute and core workout. Materials you're going to need are a fabric band, a latex band, a set of weights, and we do have some options with a chair for modifications variations. Let's go ahead and take a moment to do our embodiment breath. During this time, make sure to breathe naturally, try not to force your breath, and the whole goal is to get into our bodies and set an intention before we begin. All right, let's go. Bring your legs in. Rolling those shoulders back, relaxing. Good. Taking a nice deep breath. Good. Feeling your feet flat on the ground. Arms are gently at your sides. Chest is opened up. Good. Bring your chin up. Good. And during this time, we can do a gentle body scan starting at the bottom of our feet, flowing up through our ankles, our calves, our knees. You can give those knees a little love if that feels good to you. Through our thighs, our hips, our glutes, and our core. Good. During this time, it's really important to honor our body where we are today. Good. And remind ourselves that it is important to listen to our body, so trying a modification variation is always on the table. Beautiful. Go ahead and open up those eyes. Awesome. One material I didn't mention is you're going to want to have a water bottle nearby. And as always, during these workouts, please make sure that you are listening to your body and you're hydrating when you need to. If you need to pause, don't worry, we're not going anywhere. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. For today's warm-up, we are going to start with our hips. So go ahead and put those hands on your hips, roll the shoulders back, opening up the chest, lifting the chin a little bit, bringing that knee in and out. And remember, you can go ahead and hold on to the wall or a chair if your balance needs a little bit of support during this time. Beautiful. Good. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Next up, we're going to be doing a side lunge, gently creating a triangle between our legs. Our arms are going to come up to the side. Good, as we bend that knee. And remember, there are many variations of normal. So listen to your joint, and as you sink into that side lunge, you're feeling the inner thigh stretch. Good. As you're pressing through the bottom of your foot. 2 more. 2 and 1. Fantastic. Next up, we're going to do a combination hamstring stretch and stretching our chest. So go ahead and put your right heel on the ground. We're going to bring those arms in and out. In and out. Good. 2 and 1. Next up, our arms are going to go up and down with our left foot. Good. Stretching out that hamstring. Nice job. And if you're feeling tension in the back of your leg, good. Just gently stretch. Nice job. 1 more. Good. Our next move is going to be a gentle body weight squat. So our goal here is to have our knees track over our toes, feet underneath the hips, bringing it down, bringing it up. Good. And go as deep as you feel comfortable. You can also grab a chair for this warm-up. Good. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. We're going to interlace those fingers, pressing down, bending the knees, bringing it up, then scooping it down. Bringing it up. Good. Bringing it down. Nice job. Last one. Bringing it up. Bringing it down. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and finish up with some arm circles. We're going to gently bring those arms back. Good. Feel those shoulders stretch. Well done. 2 and 1. Nice. Now let's bring them forward. Nice and gentle. And you can gently give those knees a little bit of love too. Good. Setting the intention that we're going to have a successful session together. We're going to challenge ourselves. We're also going to listen to our body. 2 and 1. Fantastic. All right, our warm-up is all done. Let's go ahead and get ready for our very first circuit. Our first circuit is going to be a squat to a reverse lunge, and we are actually going to be using our thick resistance band right here. We're going to take the plastic kind of rubber parts and put them above our knees, so it's got a nice grip right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a squat to a reverse, squat to a reverse, okay? And I'm going to be holding a weight during this time. Pick a weight that works best for you. Since we are working our lower body, sometimes the goal is to lift heavier because these muscles are bigger and stronger. But again, do what works for your body today. You can do body weight, a lighter weight, or a heavier weight. And my suggestion is if you're thinking about going heavier, do that for the first round, and then maybe for the second and the third circuit, you'll lower the weight or go down from there, okay? All right, so let's grab that weight. We are gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Go ahead and squat, then press it back. Good. Squat, toes are facing forward. Good. Squat, and press it back. Nice job. Good. I'm going to show you from the side, okay? Squat, then press it back. Squat. Now remember, with this one, if you want to grab a chair, you're more than welcome to. Keep those elbows in. Almost there. Squat, and press it back. I know this is a power move. Good. Press it back. Squat. Working all those big muscles in our lower body. Getting stronger each and every rep. Good. One more squat. Here we go. And squat. Well done. All right. Carefully take that weight. Go ahead and put it down. Whew. Good job. We're going to rest. Let that heart rate come on down. Take a sip of water. Do a couple stretches. I'm going to go ahead and demo our next exercise for you. Our next exercise is going to be all about balance. So we're going to grab a lighter weight for this one. And I'm going to grab 2 of them. I'm going to bring my weights up to my shoulders. And what we're going to do is we're going to go out, back, and the other side. Out, back. Now, as I'm going out, I'm keeping my toe pointed. Bend the knee. Other side. Good. Okay, and notice I'm not bending my knee that much, even when I'm coming out to the back, just a little bit. Out, and then back, okay? If you want to, you can keep the weights down here or do this one body weight as our modification. We're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Here we go. Out and back. Good. I love this one because in addition to working on our balance and strengthening each leg individually, holding the weights up here also helps us train our core and our back. Good, because I know you're busy, right? We want to try to get it all in if we can. Movements that feel good and also help us get stronger. Whew, good job. Nice job. Keep that weight up and back. Keep that breath flowing. Nice work. Almost there. Out and back. One more on the other side. Out and back. Fantastic. All right, slowly go ahead and put those weights down. Whew, how are you feeling? I can definitely, that body temperature is going up. It feels really good. Don't forget to hydrate. Our next one is going to be a single leg glute bridge. So I'm gonna grab my mat. We're gonna lay down for this one. And you have an option to use a weight or not, your choice. And honestly, depending on how you're feeling today, where you are in your fitness journey, body weight exercises are always a good option, okay? Don't believe that, oh, if I'm not using weight, you're not gonna get stronger. It's just not true. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lay on our back. We're gonna gently bring one leg here. We're gonna take our weight, put it right on our hip. We're gonna press up, hold, 1, 2, 3, then bring it down. Up, hold, 1, 2, 3, bring it down. If you'd like to do this one body weight, what you'll do instead, flex that foot up towards the ceiling, press up, 1, 2, 3, then bring it down. 1, 2, 3, then bring it down, okay? All right, take a nice deep breath. We're gonna do one leg at a time. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, slowly lower it down, good. 1, 2, 3, keep this leg open. Good, try not to let that knee snap up towards the middle. 1, 2, 3, good, last one. 1, 2, 3, nice work. Other side. Remember to bring this heel in towards the glute. You don't want to be feeling this in your low back or your hamstring, so foot shouldn't be out here. It should be close, okay? Ready? 3, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, bring it down. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. 1, 2, 3. Good work. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Nice. One more. 1, 2, 3. And bring it down. Fantastic. All right. Slowly take that weight off. We're going to bring our feet in. Grab those knees. If you want to, you can try to bring those ankles in towards your chest. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. Slowly, slowly, we're going to come on up. Well done, everybody. That is our first round of circuits. We are going to rest. You're welcome to follow along with me, do a couple of stretches, or if you'd like to take a seat, grab some water. You're more than welcome to do that as well. I'm just going to go ahead and move my mat right here. All right, what we're going to do is just take a moment to breathe. We're going to focus on the neck. Good, relax. Nice. We're always really gentle with the neck. Other way. Good, good, good. All right, shake, shake, shake. Nice job. All right, we're going to do a couple more stretches here. Bring the arms up and over. Up and over. Good. Interlace. Good. Interlace those fingers. Bring them down. Move those ankles. Give those ankles a little love. Stretch out the wrists too. All right, make sure to rehydrate. We are going to get started with those squats to reverse lunge. So what do I need? I need my thick fabric band and my heavier weight. And we're going to alternate feet for this one. So please remember, anytime you're picking up weight off the ground, you're bending your knees. We never want to have a stiff back. That goes for if you're moving, if you're lifting weights, that can really put a strain on our low back. And do we want that? Absolutely not. Okay. So let's get this band, and I love this band. If you need a suggestion, I have my supply list down in the comments below. It really connects us to our inner and outer thighs and also our glutes, and it adds that level of resistance that when we're doing at-home workouts, we really want, okay? And this thing I've had forever. I've used it with clients, many years. It has never stretched out. So press your knees out, toes are facing forward, and even when we're doing that lunge, you want to have your foot facing forward, okay? All right, we're going to grab that weight. We're going to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Squat and bring it back. Good. And bring it back. Nice job. Good work. And again, this is mainly strengthening our legs and our glutes, but it's also really wonderful for all those muscles that support our posture. Good. Keep those shoulders down. Don't let them creep up like this. Good. And always remember that body weight is an option. You're doing an amazing job. Press against that band. Good. Don't let those knees come together, okay? Nice. You're almost there. Good. We're doing this together. You're amazing. One more squat and one more reverse. Fantastic. All right. Carefully go ahead and put that weight down. Take that band off. All right. Remember what we're doing next? We're doing that side to reverse. And this one is really balancing on this one leg, pointing the toe, bending it ever so slightly. Looks like this. Tap and tap. A little bit of a bend, okay? Now for this one, if you're needing extra support with balance, you can always put a chair in front of you, hold one weight or do a body weight out and back, okay? All right, I got my 2 weights. We're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Good. Other side. Good. And acknowledge your body for doing this work for you right now. Balancing, getting stronger, pumping blood and oxygen. Good work. Good. Try to keep your weight towards your heel, not in your toes. That'll help you from tipping over. Good. And if you ever feel in danger of tipping over, please pause, grab that chair or a wall and put your weights down. Good. You never need to feel guilty for taking a little pause. Good, and back. One more this side, out and back. Woo! Nice job. Bring those arms down. Gently place your weight down. Next up, we have those single leg hip thrusts. These are really great for strengthening the glutes and helping us focus on one side at a time, okay? So we're bringing our mat up here. Take your time coming down to the mat. Take a couple of nice deep breaths, especially if you're breathing heavy like me right now. Good. Lower your body down nice and gently. Good. Remember, there's no rush. We will get it all done. All right. Remember, you can be here, body weight, or with a weight, or here. Just do this one body weight. Or if you're feeling more like a glute bridge today, you can do both feet on the floor. Okay? All right. Take a nice deep breath. Ready? Grab that weight. Set. And go. Bring the heel in. Press up for 3. 1, 2, 3. Bring it down. Good job. Good. Press up through that heel. Good. Good. Take this time to really fill up your lungs with oxygen. Good. 2 more presses. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Keep this leg out. Gentle, gentle. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. All right. Other side. Deep breath. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3. Press it down. And gently just acknowledge that both of your sides of your body do not have to be completely equal. It's very common and normal to have one side that's more flexible, stronger, more mobile. So try not to compare, but you can just gently acknowledge it. Good. 2 more this side, then we're all done with these for right now. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. All right, take that weight off. Again, if you feel comfortable doing so, bring those knees in. Gently hold onto the knees. Try to release all the air out of your tummy through your mouth. Good. Gently grab those ankles, point and flex. Ankle mobility right there. All right, slowly, slowly bring it over. Fantastic. All right, that is our second round of circuits. We have 1 more round of these exercises, and then we have 3 fresh exercises. So during this time, grab your water. You're welcome to participate in a couple stretches with me. Or hey, if you want to lay on your mat for 30 seconds, sit in a chair, it's all good. Do what works best for you. So I'm going to go ahead and move my mat back here. All right. I'm going to really focus on my shoulders and my back for this one, bending those knees, taking this hand gently, bringing it over and behind me just a little bit. Good. Bring it down, other side. Good, good, good. Nice job. Interlace those fingers, pressing down. And we're going to try to keep the space between our ears and our shoulders as long as possible, bringing it up, gently bring our head up. Little back bend here. Bring it on down. All right. You ready for round 3? I am. I think I am. I'm a little sweaty, but I'm feeling good. Now remember, for this round, we're a little bit more fatigued than our first couple rounds. If you want to lower your weight, you're welcome to. If you want to try body weight, if you want to power through, fabulous. But just remember, with progressive overload, we want to try to continually challenge ourselves. That will help us build strength, endurance, stamina, muscle, all those things that are our goals. So just think about that as we go into our last round, okay? All right, you ready? Let's grab our band and our heavy weight. I will be happy when we are done with squats. I know they serve a purpose. I know they're helping me reach my goals. Do I want to do them all day long? No, I do not. So I appreciate you being here, doing them with me too. Let's grab that weight. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, grab your weight, 2, and 1. Here we go. Down and reverse. Good job. Down and reverse. Good. And really extend that back foot like you're trying to touch the back wall, whatever's behind you. That will help you engage your core. Good job. Squat and back. Good. Keeping those knees tracking over the toes. Fantastic. Last round of squats for today. Are you happy? Because I'm happy about that. Good work. Almost there. And back. 1 more squat. And 1 more reverse. All righty. Fabulous. Okay, carefully go ahead and put that weight down. Take your band off. Thank you. Thank you, band. Thank you for rocking me. All right, let's grab our other weights. Now remember, for this exercise, we are really focusing on keeping our weight in our heel, okay? Once we go forward on our toe, our center of gravity moves forward. It's easier to tip over. But if our weight's on our heel, we're really pressing through, bending that knee as we go side to back. That'll help not only engage the gluteus medius right here, but it'll also help us with our balance, okay? All right, you ready? Let's grab those weights. We're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go for it. Out and back. And I'm always trying to be dainty about when I touch. Just gentle, light touch. Good work. Good. And back. Nice work. Woo! The sweat is real right now. Good. Focusing on that balance and the breath. Good. Oxygen is our fuel during this workout. Good. Continuous breath lets our body know that we're safe. Gentle touch. And back. One more on this side. You ready? And back. Whew. I'm happy to be done with those two. Well done. All right, let's go ahead and put those weights down to the side. We are going to bring our mat up here. And again, as we do this, taking time to breathe. When we hold our breath, it kind of sends alarm bells to our brain, like, what's going on? Something bad happening? We just want to make sure that we're breathing, taking it all in. And as always, gently, you can always lower yourself onto your side this way too, and then roll on back, depending on how your abs are feeling today. I'm going to scoot down because I don't want my feet out here. I want them up towards my glutes. Right foot here, keeping this knee open, and there should almost be a triangle here. We don't want our leg up all the way this way, okay? All right, let's grab that weight. We're going to begin in 3, 2, and go. Press up. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Last time doing these, you're amazing. 1, 2, 3. Press to this heel. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3. And down. Fantastic. All right. Bring this heel in. Other side. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3. Nice work. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Good job. Keep that breath flowing. Well done. One more round. You ready? 1, 2, 3, and bring it on down. Nice job. Bring that weight over the side. Bring your knees in. Whoo, good job. Flex and point those toes. Shake, shake, shake. Bring it on over. And just like that, we are done with our first round of exercises. Well done. We're going to take a brief break, make sure that you're hydrated, and we're going to come back for 3 fresh exercises. All right, my friends, welcome back for our second round of exercises. I have my chair here because this is definitely going to be a factor for me and for all of us who want to do our modification variation. We're going to do a single leg deadlift. So a deadlift position, remember, is our hinging of our hips. We're breaking at the waist, and if you can imagine that you're in a square, you're going to take those glutes and press them against the back of the square. So we're hinging. Important parts of this are, we're going to have our back nice and tight, just like we're squeezing oranges or tennis balls under our arms. Hinging at the waist, tucking the chin a little bit, bending our knees a little bit, but not squatting, right? Where squat is here, a hinge is here. With this one, what we're going to do is we're going to plant one foot forward. We're going to bring it down, point the toe, and bring it up. Now, if you'd like to do this one without the chair, you can. What you'll do is you'll just hold your 2 weights here, bring it down, and then bring it up. As you can see for me, my balance is a little bit different than usual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my weight in my opposite hand. So my right foot is on the ground, the weight will be in my left hand, just like so. And I'll take my right hand and balance on the chair. So my arms are nice and tight, my back is straight, point, bring it down, and then up. And I'm not even really leaning on here, I'm just gently keeping it there, so I don't topple over, okay? We're gonna do 20 seconds on each side. For this foot, you're bending the knees slightly, weight is in the heel, toes are facing forward, and shoulders are away from the ears. All right, let's get started. We're gonna begin in 3, 2, and 1. Good, keep the chin tucked. And remember, if you're doing this without the chair, you're welcome to hold 2 weights. For me, I'm doing 1 weight with the chair, just so that I stay safe. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Other side. Plant that foot. Ready, set, go. Press. Good. Weight through this heel. Move back a little bit. There we go. And remember, each side is going to be a little bit different than the other, and that's okay. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Wonderful job. All right. All right, our next move is going to involve the chair as well. We're going to be doing pistol squats to a chair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my left foot firmly planted on the ground, right heel on the floor. I'm going to hold this weight right here, bring it down, then press it up. Now, the key with this one is you want to make sure you're not doing this, right? Leaning forward, pressing up. You want to make sure that your back is straight and almost like you have a string attached to your head, pulling up and then slowly lowering it down. Now, on the way up, you can be a little bit more explosive. On the way down, try to go slow, slow, slow. Okay? We're going to do 20 seconds on each side. We're going to start from a standing position. And as always, if you feel more comfortable, you can have both feet flat on the ground and you can do this one body weight. Okay, take a deep breath. Here we go. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and go. And up. Remember, on the way down, go slow and up. This is a great way to strengthen one leg at a time. Also really work those glutes. And up. Good job. Slow on the way down and up. Fantastic. Go ahead and switch feet. Ready, set, and go. I like how I'm looking at the chair like I'm concerned that someone might have moved it. You get a chair pulled out from you once and you're always looking before you sit. That happened to me in middle school. Ouch. Woo. Good. Go slow on the way down. Nice work. 1 more. Fantastic. All right. Well done. We can go ahead and put this weight to the side. We are going to do a marching hip raise next. I'm going to fold up my chair. And what's great about those pistol squats is eventually you can work up to doing them with no chair at all. We might not be there today. That's okay. Just giving you an idea for the future if that's something you might want to do. Slowly lower yourself down. Okay, so for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to do our glute bridge and we're going to gently tap, 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 tap. Now, the key with this one is we don't want our hips moving side to side. We really want to focus on the hamstring right here. So if you feel pain in your lower back, if you feel yourself swaying, what you're going to do instead is you're going to bring it out and bring it out. Okay, so go ahead and bring those hips up. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and go. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Keep those hips up. Mine are starting to sag a little bit. Keeping my hands here just to remind myself. Keep those glutes up. Good. Almost there. Move those weights out of the way. There we go. That's better. Good. Mid-exercise switcheroo. Moving the weights with my foot. There we go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Woo! Oh my goodness. Good work, everybody. Go ahead and slowly roll up to the side. All right. that is our second round of exercises. We have our single leg deadlift with or without the chair. Then we have our pistol squats to the chair, and then we have our marching hip raise, okay? So slowly come on up. We are going to rest. Take a nice deep breath. You're welcome to do a couple stretches with me. Arms out. Good, palms up. Good, bring it forward. Good, stretch it out. Bring it up. All right, grab your sip of water if you need it. We're going to get set up for a single leg deadlift. So I'm going to grab my chair. And again, this is kind of like a security blanket for me, honestly. And if you really want to hold on to that chair, you can go ahead and flip it this way and do it this way. Okay, maybe I'll do those this way just to show you how it looks, okay? So my weight is in the opposite hand of my foot. I'm going to hold onto the chair here. Good, and this is more than a security blanket. This will really anchor you. Okay, so we're going to do 20 seconds each side. Get set. We're going to begin in 3, 2, and go. Good. And my foot that's raising up in the air, it never really touches down. Just a very gentle touch. Then it goes right back up. Good work. Good. Keep that back nice and strong, just like you have those tennis balls underneath your armpits. Good. Last one. Nice work. Other side. I think I'm actually feeling it more in my glutes this time. I don't know if it's the chair position or round 2. Who knows? All right. Flatten that foot. Ready, set, go. Good. And just remind yourself it's totally okay and normal to make observations about your body, how it feels. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's go ahead and flip that chair around. We're going to do our single leg pistol squats. Now remember, for this one, we're keeping one foot firmly rooted in the ground. Toes are facing forward. Right heel, we're going to slowly come down and then press through the heel on this leg. Bring it up. If it helps you to think about it this way, we're going to take, just like we have a string on our head, and we're not rigid, but I just don't want you to do that little scooping motion. If you notice you're doing the scooping, just don't use the weight and keep this foot flat here, okay? All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, and go. Elbows in, and bring it up. Elbows in, and bring it up. Nice job. Breathe. Good. Nice work. And press up. Keeping those elbows in, keeping that distance between the shoulder and the ear. One more. Here we go. And down. Good. All right. Go ahead and switch feet. Come on up. Ready, set, and go. Good. And remember, acknowledging the differences in your right and left sides, totally normal and okay. Let's just try to keep it from a observation place versus a judgment place. And if that judgment creeps in, we're just being gentle and kind to ourselves. We're only human. One more. Here we go. Slow, slow, slow. Then bring it up. Fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and put the chair to the side. We are going to do those marching hip raises. All right. I'll put my weight right here. Bringing my mat over. Now after this, we have one more round of these strength circuits, and then we'll go on to our core work, and then it's cool down time, okay? All right. Laying back. Remember, for this one, we're doing our glute bridge, and we're stretching out, stretching out. If you want to do this with your back on the floor, you can. Stretching out, okay? All right, take a deep breath. Ready, set, and go. As you can tell, I can stretch my leg out a little bit better this time. First round, those weights were in the way. Good. Keep the glutes up. And again, if you feel any tension in your low back, you can go ahead and do them this way. Almost there. Good. And remember, as we move through these circuits, it's okay. We're going to get more tired. Try out a modification variation. Who knows, you might like it even better. Good, almost there. Good, one more each side. You ready? 1 and 2. Fantastic. Woo! All right, my friends, slowly, slowly come on up. We have one more round of this lower body circuit, so just give yourself a moment to acknowledge the hard work that you put in so far, turning side to side. Good, mentally preparing ourselves for our last round before we begin our cardio and cool down. All right, come on up. Grab that sip of water. We have one more round of those single leg deadlifts, so I'm going to grab my chair. And again, you want a chair. I love this chair. I got it at IKEA. It was very inexpensive. I think at the time it's like under $10. I love this one though because it is lightweight, easy to move, and it has a nice hard flat seat. So when I'm doing those moves like the pistol squats, my glutes are not sinking into a cushion. It's pretty sturdy. It's not the most stable thing in the world, but just make sure whatever you're using, if you're using something, that you feel comfortable with it, okay? All right, you ready? Last round of single leg deadlifts. Planting my right foot. My weight's going to be in my opposite hand. Ready, set, and go. And up. Good work. Nice job. And don't feel like you have to rush it just because it's the last time. Time will pass. 2 more. Let's go. 2 and 1. Fantastic. Other side. Ready, set, and go. Bring it up. Good. Gently acknowledging our bodies for all the hard work they put in today. Good. Respecting where we're at, here and now. 2 more. 2 and 1. Fabulous. All right, let's turn that chair around. We're going to do those single leg pistol squats. Before I do this though, feeling a little bit of tightness in my low back, so I'm just going to do a couple of little circles here. Good. Sometimes it helps stretching out, pressing in 2 different directions gently. Woo! All right. Let's do those pistol squats, starting from a standing position. 20 seconds each side. Ready, set, and go. And bring it up. Bring it down. And bring it up. Try to go slow. I know it's hard on the last round to go slow, but we can do it. We are doing it. Good work. Here we go. And up. Well done. 2 more. And up. Last one. And up. Good work. Other side. Ready, set, and go for it. I didn't check that the chair was there. I trusted that it hadn't moved. Good. Nice job. Envision that string on the top of your head. Good. Bring it up. Drive through that heel. Up. Well done. Almost there. 2 more. Last one. And up. Well done. All right, let's go ahead and put that chair to the side. We're going to finishing up with our marching hip raises. Whew. Don't forget to hydrate if you need to do that before we finish. I'm going to lay down, and for this one, I'm just going to do the modification variation because I was feeling a little pulling in my back, so go ahead and listen to your body. Slowly lower it down. Hips up. Ready, set, and go. Lower my hips down there. And for this one, I'm really focusing on my breath. Breathe. Good job. Exhale. Activating the core. Well done. Here we go. Last strength exercise of the day, then we're going to do some core work and then onto our cool down. Press, extend through the hamstring, the back of the leg. Beautiful. Almost there. 5. 4 more. Last 3. 2 and 1. Fantastic. All right, slowly roll over to the side. We are going to be on the mat for our ab work today. We're going to be doing a bird dog hold. So A bird dog is when we're right here in our tabletop. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise it up so our thumb is coming up towards the ceiling, pointing the toe, and bringing it down. We want our hands underneath our shoulders right here, not too far forward, not too far back. And we're going to hold it for 3 seconds and then switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. Now, modification variation for this one is you don't need to raise your hand or your foot up quite as high, but give it a try, and you can also speed it up a little bit. Not too fast, but you can go, whoops. Don't do what I just did, which is the same hand, the same leg. That is really hard and not part of the exercise. My brain was just like, what are we doing? Okay, so we're going to try to hold it for 3. If you can't do that, no problem. Just do what works best for you. Take a deep breath. Ready, set, and go. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale on the way up. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Switch it up. Working on that core strength, working on that balance. Well done. Nice work. And if you need to go a little bit faster, if holding it is not working for you today, it's all good. You can also do a combo. Good. Part of being here is listening to your body, trying out your own modifications, variations. Good work. Almost there. 1. And last one, 2. Perfect job. All right, we're going to go ahead and lean forward just a little bit in child's pose. Stretching out those wrists. Shake, shake, shake. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to move on to our cool down, okay? All right, so get in position for your bird dog. Ready, set, and go. Good, breathe. And believe it or not, doing a move like this actually really helps strengthen our wrists and our forearms too, which is great if you want to do more push-ups in your life. If you do a lot of desk work, our hands and our arms have a lot of little muscles, tendons, ligaments, joints there. We want to make sure we're protecting them and training them. Keep your eyes on the mat and try to release any tension in your neck and your jaw by breathing deeply. Almost there. Here we go. Whew. 2 more. Ready? And last one. Fantastic. All right. Whew. Nice job. Well done. Let's go ahead and press those wrists out in. Head side to side. We are going to start on the floor today. We're going to take a seat. Bring our legs out in a V. Gently pressing forward. Stretching at the backs of our legs. Point those toes if you can. That'll deepen the stretch. Let's get back a little more. Good. And you want this to be a 6 or 7 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. You don't need to slam your body down. And just gently press. Good work. All right, let's walk our hands over to one side. Good, and then bring the chest up. Relax. Good. Tuck the chin, walking it over to the other side. Good, pressing up. Good, walking over the middle again. All right, now we're going to sit with one leg out, one leg bent, pressing forward, and we're just going to do a little bit of a twist away from the knee that's bent. Good, you're really going to feel this through your inner thigh, through the back of your hamstring, so be very gentle. Good, switch sides. And while we're here, we're just gently acknowledging our body, respecting our body for pumping that blood, that oxygen, those muscles getting stronger. Beautiful. Good. All right, let's slowly come on up. If you feel like you're in a place to say thank you, body, now's a good time to start. Good. Let's bring those toes facing forward. We're just going to gently move the knees side to side. Good. Checking in to see how our joints feel. Good. Bringing those hands up. Stretching overhead. Good. Bringing your hands down. Nice work. Let's stretch out those hamstrings one more time. Keep your hands on your quads, pressing forward. Hold it here. Bring the head up and down. Up and down. Good. Hinge it. Up down. Relax those toes. All right, fantastic. Next up, we're going to do our breathing exercise. Welcome back. I always like to take a seat during our breathing exercise. We really want to make sure our feet are flat on the ground, our glutes are feeling supported, we're relaxing our shoulders, really driving through the hips into our chair, or in this case, a medicine ball, or a yoga ball rather. Just check in with your breath. A couple light breaths. Wonderful. So we're going to breathe in 3 different times, breathing in appreciation and releasing judgment, okay? And if images come to mind during this, if colors help you, just do what works best for you. And if you have words that work better for you, go ahead and replace them, all right? So let's go ahead and we're gonna breathe in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Breathing in, exhale. Really empty those lungs, breathing in, exhale. Good, last one, breathing in. Exhale. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, let us know how this workout went for you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.